Hi, I'm Dr. Joshua Plant. I want to thank you for tuning in to today's Facts and Findings. Today we're going to answer some of the most complicated questions you've always been wanting to ask, but have been too afraid to. For example, why do you get diarrhea when you're nervous? Why do you have butterflies in your stomach? And what does this really say about your health and wellness? Now, before I answer this, I want to tell you a little bit about what the enteric nervous system is and what it means for your overall health and wellness. Your enteric nervous system is a nervous system that is completely autonomous from the rest of the nervous system of the body, meaning it functions independent of the brain. The enteric nervous system is the nervous system of your digestive tract, controlling your small, large intestine in your stomach. 1 to 600 million neurons make up this enteric nervous system. Just to put it into perspective, that is more than makes up the spinal cord, and it is about 20 to 25% of the neurons that make up the brain. Scientists, because it is so neurally dense, so autonomous, have deemed the enteric nervous system the second brain. More and more, as we dive into this enteric nervous system, we are realizing how much this affects our overall health and wellness, not just of our digestive system. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that and how we can properly supplement our enteric nervous system to optimize our health and wellness. So before I begin, let me tell you a little bit about what the digestive system is and how the enteric nervous system helps control it. So the digestive system actually begins as soon as you start chewing food. You start to mash up that food, it swallows it through the esophagus, your stomach, you have an upper and your lower part of the stomach, to where that food is then broken down further through gastrointestinal juices. It continues to go through the digestive system through a process called peristalsis, which slowly moves that food through the small and then large intestine, where nutrients are then absorbed out of it, and then ultimately fiber and other unabsorbable material is then passed through the anus. Now, the enteric nervous system takes into account everything from the esophagus to the anus. When we choose to swallow the food, that is the last conscious decision we make in our digestive system. No matter how hard we try, no matter how hard we think, that food will continue to move through our digestive system, unless there's an involuntary response, a poison or something of the sort that causes us to throw up. What controls everything as soon as we finish swallowing our food to the time it is exposed is that enteric nervous system. Scientists are learning more and more that the enteric nervous system controls so much more than just the movement of food. Did you know 95% of serotonin and 50% of dopamine is produced by that enteric nervous system? Those are the neural signals that are responsible for happiness, reward, feelings of joy, and are ultimately the target of some of the biggest antidepressant drugs. And 95% of it is produced by our gut's nervous system. We are learning more and more that 70% of our immune system is controlled by the intestinal flora, the bacteria that live in our gut, that are ultimately controlled in part by that enteric nervous system. We are learning more and more that nutrient absorption isn't the same for everyone, but that our enteric nervous system controls what nutrients are absorbed, how they're absorbed, and when they're absorbed. Now, here's the challenge, is it functions autonomously, but yet it's in control of so much. The way we feel, our mental health, the way in which we respond to foreign pollutants, our immune system, and even how we absorb critical compounds through nutrients and our food. Now, how can we control or optimize something that is inherently uncontrollable? This was a question that I asked myself years ago. Something that is so critical for our health and wellness, so critical for helping us think positively, feel good, feel rewarded, also to have a strong immune system, and also for us to have proper absorption of compounds into our body. Can the uncontrollable be controlled? Well, as a father of 4, I so hope so, but nonetheless, this was a study that I wanted to take on several years ago. So what I did is I created what would be a mock digestive system through what's called a Keiko-2 study. This is where you would actually take cells of the colon and you differentiate them into parts of the intestine, the small intestine, and the large intestine. In essence, you are creating a mock digestive system that can function autonomously. Creating this system, this Keiko-2 system, one is then able to apply certain compounds into it and measure how they're absorbed into the digestive system. So this gave me the opportunity, this model, this Keiko-2 model, allowed me to analyze over 100 different compounds to see how they're absorbed in the digestive system. How does the enteric nervous system is impacted by all of these different agents? So I looked across all of these different compounds, most notably essential oils. And as I'd put different essential oils in, I'd see that some of them are not even absorbed by the body. Individuals may be taking a peppermint essential oil, for example, with very little of it being absorbed. The enteric nervous system inherently tells it not to absorb. Now, we understand the importance of peppermint essential oil to help with so many different things throughout the body. And it's unfortunate that the enteric nervous system, which functions independently, unfortunately is unable to respond. Essential oils that may be helping with different emotional wellnesses with respect to serotonin and dopamine, well, are unable to properly be functioning because they are inherently unable to be responded to by the enteric nervous system. This was actually exceptionally discouraging as I saw so many different essential oil companies out there promoting these products to help, but inherently seeing them not being able to be absorbed by the body. However, my studies further allowed me to understand that there's key essential oils that actually function as a gateway to stimulate the enteric nervous system to allow for the absorption of these other essential oils into them. They, in essence, are the key to unlock the door of our enteric nervous system. These essential oils would increase the absorption of other essential oils up to 10-fold. This is huge. This was a breakthrough. For the first time in science, we are seeing the power of supplementation in helping to control the absorption of essential oils into the body. This allows us to now utilize the enteric nervous system, which for so long has been malnourished, malsupplemented, and ultimately forgotten, even though it controls up to 95% of our mental health, 70% of our immune system. And so what we needed to do is we needed to be able to take these essential oils that are the key to the enteric nervous system and make them available for individuals so that they can get the full benefit of their essential oils. This research was absolutely groundbreaking, one of the hallmarks of my career at the time. With this, we were then able to release what we call the cell health product. The cell health product takes into account those essential oils that are specifically designed as the key to the enteric nervous system. These were put into a capsule. Now, if you'll notice, this capsule looks a little cloudy. That's by intent. This is actually coated to not dissolve until much later in your digestive system to appeal to the heart of our second brain. That way it is being opened much further into the digestive system and is being able to unlock the essential oils, unlock the enteric nervous system at its opportune time. We call it, ironically, enteric coating for the enteric nervous system. This is a key in helping you maximize your essential oils. Now, this is something that is critical because as you're supplementing your enteric nervous system, one can assume you're not only opening the gateway of essential oils, but other supplements and nutrients and foods that you may be taking as well. You're allowing your enteric nervous system to be properly supplemented. Now, this is key. As I said before, why do you get diarrhea when you're nervous? Why do you get butterflies? We are realizing more and more that our two brains are very much connected. That with the amount of serotonin and dopamine that our enteric nervous system produces, it can give us feelings of happiness and joy. Likewise, when we feel nervous, you will actually release those serotonin, which is stored in the gut's nervous system, into the gut, which causes you those feelings of, ultimately, diarrhea and butterflies. That's why individuals with irritable bowel syndrome, we find that there's actually more serotonin released into their guts. It's as if their body is in a constant nervous state, or at least that's how their digestive system is interpreting it. And so what we can do is by supplementing, we are able to enhance so many different areas of our life through the Cell Health product. Through one simple product, Cell Health, you're able to unlock the door to the enteric system that has been locked for so long. The key with these essential oils is you're opening the door, you're allowing the frankincenses, the peppermints, the lavenders to do that which they've been optimally designed to do. No other company is able to release such a powerful product. All other companies inherently are just releasing their essential oils, benign or hopefully not, but potentially even ignoring the overwhelming amount of data that suggests only a small fraction of those may be actually absorbed into the body. I've heard some scientists even say, or not scientists, some people of essential oil companies say that a mere drop of essential oil will go into every cell in the body within a matter of seconds. That's physiologically and mathematically impossible. We understand the power of true science in realizing the inherent capabilities of what essential oils offer. But we believe we can maximize that potential through sound science. Cell Health 3 allows those essential oils to be more readily absorbed and pass through the body, giving you that optimal health. This is what Zija International stands for. Now, right now, thousands upon thousands of you have received a code based upon your activity for last period to where you're able to get Cell Health 3 at a steep discount. For just $35 a month supply, you can now begin to unlock and supplement your enteric nervous system. Help improve those areas that are so much dependent upon a healthy enteric and digestive system. I want to thank each and every one of you dialing in or tuning in or Facebooking in, whatever it is, to today's Facts and Findings. I hope you take advantage of this deal and understand the power that you have in controlling your own health and wellness. Thank you, and next time.